Hi everyone, I'm Delita, a support specialist here at DigitalOwl, and today I'm going to show you how to fold your very own origami owl. For this activity, you'll need a square sheet of paper that has a solid color or pattern on one side and is white on the other. I'm using origami paper, so it's already a perfect square, but if you don't have origami paper, that's totally fine. Go ahead and grab yourself a sheet of computer paper, cut out a 5x5 square, and create a pattern on one side, any pattern you like, kind of like what I did here. Having a solid color or a pattern is going to create a really nice contrast in your final project. Now that we have what we need, let's get started. We'll start with our paper white side up, and our first fold will be to fold it in half. So we're going to bring this bottom edge up to the top edge and fold it in half. You want to make sure that your folds are really nice and crisp. Okay, from here, we're going to fold each half into a half. So let's take this bottom edge and bring it up to the middle crease. We'll rotate our page and do the same on the other side. Take the bottom edge and bring it up to the middle crease. All right. And you should have created 4 rectangles from all the folds. And we want to make sure that our creases are vertical. And then from here, we're going to fold our page in half again. Okay. And at this point, you should have 8 rectangles. Now we'll focus on the bottom half of our page. We're going to fold that in half. So bring this bottom edge up to the middle crease. And what we should have now is 4 rectangles on the top of our page and 8 squares on the bottom. So from here, we're going to focus on these 2 squares in the bottom corners of our page. We're going to take each one and turn it into a triangle. So we're going to fold it in, take this point and meet it to this point here to create our triangle. And we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, now we'll flip our page over and we'll take this bottom edge and meet it to this first crease here and just fold that up. Now at this point, we'll focus on these 2 outer edges. We're going to bring each one in, so this edge here, and we're going to meet it to this first crease here. What's nice about origami is as you go through the steps, you have indicators that help you see if you're on the right track. So if you fold this, and if you see a square here in the bottom corner, you know that you're doing it correctly. So go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Awesome. And so far it should look like this. Now let's flip our page over and rotate it. And what we'll do next is we'll take this bottom edge and bring it up to this top crease here that's right underneath our 2 squares. All right, so for our next step, it may not show that well in the video, but there's a crease going down this part of the page that separates it into two rectangles. And what we want to do is fold each side down into a triangle. So we want to meet this point, or rather this edge here to this middle crease. So we're just going to fold it down into a triangle. We'll do the same on the other side. You're going to meet this edge here to the middle crease. And you just want to make sure that it's meeting and it's not overlapping. Okay, at this point, this is a bit of a tricky step. So we want to lift up one of our flaps, and you'll see there's a crease here that we're going to kind of use as a hinge. So you take your finger to pop that crease out and fold that flap back down. And what we've essentially done is taking this extra bit of paper that was hiding underneath there and pulling it out. Okay, so we'll do it again on the other side. Lift the flap up, use your finger to pop out that crease. We're using it as a hinge, and then we're folding it back down. So now our triangle has kind of turned into a sailboat. All right, now we're going to take one of our triangles and we're going to meet this edge here with this edge here. So we're just folding it back. Having a little peak of white is exactly what you want. And we'll do the same on the other side. Folding it back. Okay, and so far it should look like this. Now, again, we'll focus on these outer edges. One by one, we want to take this outer edge and meet it to this line here. So we're going to fold it in. And again, we just want it to meet. We don't want it to overlap. And we'll do the same on the other side. Now we can see our owl forming and coming to life. All right. So now let's flip our owl over. And at this point, you'll see that you have two creases here that meet at a point. And so we want to take these two flaps, which are really the owl's wings, and we want to meet them at that point. Bring them together, meet them at that point, and then just crease down from there. Okay, let's turn it back over. Now we'll make our cute little owl nose. Let's just take this point here between the eyes and just fold it down just a bit. And that gives us our owl nose. For the next step, we're going to use, I guess we can call this the owl brow. We'll use that as a guide to create a crease right above that brow. So go ahead and fold back right above the brow. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just crease it back. And you know you've done it right when you can now just easily fold your owl in half. All right, so for the last step, we'll turn it over again. We'll take our owl wings, we'll take one and tuck it into the other. And that will help prop it up. And there we go, there we have it. I hope you enjoyed following along with me and creating your very own origami owl. Don't forget to visit us at digitalowl.com to learn more about Digital Owl's advanced solutions for medical record analysis. Thanks for watching.